Have you ever even considered the true power of your will and of your essence? If this video found you, then that may mean that your soul, mind, and body want to gain more wisdom, not only about the world around you, but about yourself. Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janessa-Belle if you are new here, and if you're not new, then what's up, babe? Long time no talk. So diving right into everything, our quote of this video or of the day or of the month or whatever you want to do with the quote that I'm about to give you is going to be, as above, so below, as within, so without, as microcosm, so macrocosm. The saying itself has been around for centuries, and I'm talking way back to when the ancient Egyptians were around. They were first encrypted in the emerald tablets, which were said to be written by Thoth, who, if you look him up, then he is one of the gods of wisdom. We say gods, but I think back then they viewed them differently. They saw all of that differently, which is a whole nother video within itself. So the reason I want to share this quote with you guys is because I want you to get a better understanding, and I think this will help you get a better understanding, especially if you're more new to all this lingo and you're kind of like, isn't that demonic? No, it's not. But I wanted to help you to understand the power of your own will, the power of the things you do, the power of the things you say, the power of the things you think, because this saying is all of that wrapped up into a box. So let's break it down. So the first one, as above, so below. This is not only a saying, but it is a movie. I believe it's in a few songs. I've heard it forever, even before I knew about what the saying actually meant. I heard it and I also watched the movie, but by the time I watched the movie, I understood the saying, and it kind of went with everything else that it's a good movie. I would watch it. What you do in the physical realm will reflect in the spiritual realm. You're in a human vessel. Your energy is in the vessel. There's a larger part of something that a lot of us are not aware of, or maybe we are aware of it and we just act kind of nonchalant about it because everyday life happens and we're all caught up in everyday life. But I want you to sit while you're watching this video and really think about this, okay? As within, so without really means that what you feel and what you think and how you act and your personality and everything that you embody and that you are is reflected without you. Your environment, your reality is going to kind of more than often actually reflect what you are, and this includes your fears, your turmoil that you haven't worked through. It is going to reflect your beauties, your insecurities, your gifts, everything. Like everything is reflected with outside of you, and I'm gonna get more deep into that in a second when I talk about perspective. So microcosm, so macrocosm, it's kind of like the first one. It basically means that you are the microcosm. So whatever you are, the microcosm is as well. The microcosm being the universe. You are the universe reflected back onto itself, and vice versa. This all goes back and forth, guys. So you can interchange all of these words for each other. It's all relatively meaning the same thing. It's trying to get you to understand that everything that is outside of you is really inside of you. All the answers you want for success or love or whatever other problems you got going on, all of it can be found within yourself. What does all of this mean for you? Literally what I just said about you being a smaller part of a larger whole, and just because you're smaller doesn't mean you aren't a part of the whole. All of our consciousness, all of our beings, everybody is so divine in their own way that is unique to us independently as individuals. However, this does not justify dark or evil or negative behavior, what I'm about to tell you guys, okay? We as human beings, we like to categorize everything. This is good, this is bad. This is good, this is bad. All of our lives growing up, we've been taught this is good, this is bad, this is accepted, this is rejected. This is the way it is and this is the way it isn't. Like, we've always been taught that. But in this video, while you're watching this, I want you to be able to cut all of that out. Like, you yourself, everybody has done shit, everybody has been through shit. There isn't one person on this planet who hasn't. I don't care. Literally don't care. The only people that haven't been through shit are literally the babies that are popping out right now. They haven't been through nothing yet. They just got here. Having a basic understanding that your mind and your feelings, your emotions, the things that you do in your everyday life are playing a key role in your own reality around you. Your consciousness is very powerful. Like, think about it. When we have dreams, I know some people don't dream, but I know when I dream and when my dreams are vivid, sometimes it's hard for me to tell that I'm in a dream. I get so caught up in everything. Get to this point of like, okay, we dream all the time, some of us do, and sometimes our minds can't differentiate between reality and the dream that we're having. It's our consciousness going inside of our mind, because we don't leave our bodies. I mean, our bodies don't leave our bodies anyway. It's our consciousness. It is what carries us through and to after we're dead, I believe. I so often hear that people say, oh, my life sucks. Everything sucks. Everything is falling apart in my life, or everything is shit and the world is fucked and da 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 and da 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 da. And I'm not talking about like you saying it maybe once or maybe twice, because some shit is really happening in your life and shit is really like chaotic at the moment. But there are literally people that I know that say this on a day-to-day basis. Like, this is all they say. This is all they talk about, is things that are going wrong. All they think about is things that are going wrong. They're not grateful or appreciative for the things that they already have, the beautiful things that they already have. Well, on the other hand of things, I know people who are grateful for everything they have, even when they have been in times where they had nothing. They're still grateful for everything that they have in their experience. And every time, like when I look at these two people comparing, because like I said, it isn't good or bad, but you know for a fact that one person feels lighthearted, because that is the emotion I feel when I think about, it's not that you don't care about anything, it's just that you are okay. Like, you always feel okay no matter what happens. You're like, I know it's gonna work out for me, and this is what these people say, this is gonna work out for me. I'm always supported, I will always be lifted up, I will always be loved and appreciated, I will always make money, money is attracted to me. The difference between people who say these two things are literally their mindset, their mentality, and their perspective. Because like I said, this person could have nothing, and this person could have literally anything and everything they want, and one little thing went wrong in their life. So they're constantly focusing on what went wrong when everything else in their life is going absolutely good. So do you see the difference that I'm trying to point out here? One side of our brain is more focused on habits, and the other side of our brain is more creative. Our brain that likes to live in habit, it's always going to be there. It's part of us. We can't neglect or reject or forget about that, because it is there. And I want you guys to be able to understand how your brain kind of works, so you can understand what I'm about to say. You are constantly saying something, or when you're constantly thinking something, or when you're constantly like complaining about something, your brain will pick that up. Especially if you're, like I said, if you're doing it constantly, your brain will pick it up and it will become a habit for you. So you can always change your habits. You can always change the way you want to think, and the way you want to feel, and the way you want to speak and act and do things. But a lot of people get stuck in the things that they already know. They get stuck in the things that they already do every day, because that's what they do every day, and they're comfortable living that way. But then they sit around and they say, you know, I want more out of life, I feel like I'm unfulfilled. Well, what are you doing then? Like, you can't do the same thing every day and expect different results out of doing the same thing, because it's never going to work like that. The results that you get are the results that you chose to give out. Like, if you half-ass something, you're gonna get something half-ass back. That's just literally how it works. That being said, I want you guys to be aware of the things that you say and the things that you do, because your consciousness, like I said, when you're dreaming, your mind will make up scenarios by itself. You're not even awake, you're not even active. Your mind and your consciousness are making up scenarios and going in between different dimensions of reality within your own mind. As within, so without. As above, so below. This is why I say you are a part of the universe, But this leads me to saying I want you guys to learn how to shift your perspective no matter what it is that you have going on. Because listen, I have been on both sides of the playing field. I used to say all this negative stuff about myself. I used to beat myself up, which I still kind of do beat myself up, but it's more constructive now. I've gotten better at it. But I used to tell myself, oh, my life sucks, I don't have shit, da 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 da. When I had a home, I had a very loving mother and brother around me. I had animals at my house. I had all of this stuff that I feel like I took for granted at one time because I was a teenager and I was going through whatever the it was that I was going through at that time. So I've been in a place where that was my mentality, and it was definitely, when people say lower vibrational thinking, that was lower vibrational thinking. I was always thinking about, oh my God, I need more of this, I need more of this, I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that, my life is shit, my life is going to shit, everything sucks, da 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 da. That was my attitude. So that's the attitude that I got in return from the universe or from God or in my reality. That was what I was looking for. That was what I was shown. Does that make any sense? I transferred over, and this took time. Like, this did not happen overnight, guys. I'm being so serious. And I still have little insecurities or little doubts about myself that I still have to work out, even though I've been doing this for so long. When I shifted my perspective the first time, I understood and I saw results immediately of how I started thinking, oh, money is always available to me. I constantly attract money. Money comes to me. Money flows to me. Me and money are best friends. Da 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 da. Like, these are things that I thought on a day-to-day basis. These are things that I wrote down in my journals and my notebooks. I could literally show you guys. I have it written down in so many of my notebooks. I didn't feel pretty. I would be like, I'm so beautiful. Even though I was beautiful, I didn't see myself that way. So when I started telling myself that, I got so many compliments from other people. I got so many opportunities to make money. I got so much. Before that, I wasn't getting that because I didn't think that I deserved it. You want a job, or if you want a certain amount of money, or if you want somebody that does A, B, and C for you, with you, then it's all about your mindset. If you don't think you deserve it, if you don't think you deserve a high-paying job with good benefits that allows you to take vacations, or you don't think you deserve a job where you have to work at home, or you don't think you deserve someone who loves you, appreciates you, cherishes you, and spoils you, bitch, then you're not gonna get it. And it's literally that simple. In my mind the first time, this happened in sections for me, but I noticed for other people sometimes it happens quicker. But for me, I had a lot of insecurities about myself, just because of like experiences that I've had growing up, like in middle school and high school. Like, my experiences were way out there, and they made me feel like I wasn't enough, or that if I asked for something that I would be bothering someone, or if I asked for reassurance, or if I asked for a higher paying job, or if I asked to make more money, then I would be asking for too much. But it's never too much. You could literally go to the moon with this shit. I'm not even joking. Like I said, number one, it doesn't happen overnight, and number two, it's not handed to you. But in order to shift your consciousness, I want you to take little things, because I'm going to give you writing prompts at the end of this video. If you want to do this activity, like the little writing prompts at home, you want to shift your mindset to, like I said, if it's love, if it's money, if it's having a family, whatever blockages you feel like you have, I got you, boo. I'm gonna get you at the end with the questions, prompts I'm gonna give you. Certainly does not happen immediately. Like I said, I saw immediate results, but in my mind, immediate results could have been 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month, where I was just living my day-to-day life. Because living your day-to-day is something that you are never going to be able to escape. You're always going to be, especially if you're a part of society and you're not living out in the woods by yourself, self-sustained, then you are a part of society. And there are going to be things that you need to do. You need to go to work. You need to make money for yourself, for your family, so that you can thrive and eat and do whatever. But this is a tool. I want you guys to allow your mind to help you with things instead of hinder you with things. Because your mind is not biased between good or bad. It does what it thinks is best for you. It does what is comfortable for you. And in order to grow in order to have a different life other than the one that you constantly are complaining about, then you need to be able to step out of that comfort zone just for a second, because your mind, one of the sides of your mind is constantly picking up new habits, and these are things that I'm going to do every day. These are things, like, your mind is so hyper aware and it's so hypersensitive that even, like I said, the smallest, like writing it down in a notebook or saying it out loud to yourself a few times a day could so much improve everything, because as above so below, as within so without, as micro so macro. How you think about yourself matters, how you feel about yourself matters, all of this stuff matters. And it's amazing to me how many people I find complain about things that they get themselves into. Now, sometimes shit happens, like I said before, shit happens and you can't control it. For that, is fine. But there really be people that get themselves into situations instead of creating a new situation for themselves that would have been much more beneficial. It would have been much more successful. It would have been much more fulfilling for them. And you can always do this. You can always shift your mind. You can always shift your perspective. You just have to be willing to get uncomfortable for a second, because you're asking for a new higher paying job. But are you willing to go to work every day? Or are you actually willing to go to work the certain amount of hours you need? If you want to be your own boss, do you really want to step into that role where you are in control of all of your shit? Or is that uncomfortable for you? Or when it comes to love, do you really want somebody that makes a whole bunch of money and spoils you and then maybe doesn't give you enough attention? Or get specific with what you want. Like I said, get specific with what you want, because this universe is never ending. This world is huge. There is limitless opportunities for you to do anything that you want to do on this planet. You just have to be able to step outside of your box, get uncomfortable for a little bit, and take the opportunities. Make the opportunities for yourself, and then take them, and then enjoy them, bitch. Okay? If you want to embody somebody, right? Let's say you're doing something where you want to kind of not only shift your mindset, but you want to shift everything about yourself, your looks, your attitude, your personality, because you're allowed to do that. If you want to, you're allowed to do whatever you want. And fully be somebody who is, like, let's say, like I say, you want to be more successful, then embody what it would be like. Take a second right now to sit and feel like what it would feel like to feel successful. What would you do? What are the things that you would do on your day-to-day basis? Would you work out? How would you eat? What things would you eat? What people would you be around? What would your ideal be? Like, I want you guys to sit here and, like, when I give you the prompts, if you do the prompts, envision that. Envision what you want. Envision what feels good to you, because that's the only polarity I want you guys to start recognizing, is when something feels really good or when something feels really, really bad. Like, if you do something shitty and you're like, damn, that didn't feel good, then hello, you did something shitty. Well, not necessarily. Don't take my word on that, because some people be feeling good for making other people feel shitty. So don't get it twisted. That is part 1 of the power of your consciousness and how to use it. And I just wanted to say, if you like this video, I have another one, the power of your mind and how to use it. I did that video a while ago. I kind of want to redo it and put some new information that I found out in there. But yeah, if you like this video, thumbs that bitch all the way up, feel me? And I will see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, I like it crowded. Oh, you like the boy? Well, tell me what you like about him. You a turned a little thotty, ain't no wife about it. I'm a fuck of friends and send them back to Metro Housing. Sexy for this chain, too sexy for your game, too sexy for this fame. Yeah, yeah, I'm too sexy for the trap, too sexy for that trap, too sexy for that trap. Yeah, yeah. I pop out, get ghosts on the bitch, you don't know where I went.